Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you again. This is my first video after the 10-day alone series. This video took place about 8 days after I returned home from that 10-day solo trip. I just had the itch to go out and bust my butt hard doing a bunch of portaging, a bunch of paddling. I went by myself and did a long distance endurance kind of overnight thing. So yeah, it was really cool. I'm sure you guys will enjoy the video greatly. I had a really good time. There's just a very good surprise at the end of the video. And I was lucky enough to get a sponsor for this video. So we're going to say a big thank you to the sponsor War Robots for sponsoring this video. War Robots is an action-packed tactical multiplayer game with 6 vs 6 team battles in real time. With a crazy number, over 90 million players have already installed the game. A big variety of robots and weapons with many possible combinations of it. Create a war machine to fit your own playstyle. Install War Robots now from the link below and get a huge starter pack with one Boa robot plus a unique skin for it. The robot is naturally durable, tons of HP, full set of weapons, 100 gold and 400,000 silver. With rich 3D graphics, there's constant content updates with new robots, maps, and game modes. Join me and play the game now. My favorite part is to be able to customize the weapons and just take over. So thanks again, War Robots, for sponsoring this video. These sponsorships really help me get out and do these awesome trips. So, thanks guys for watching. Here's the video. Oh, hello folks. How you doing? My name is Joe. Did you know? I'm up in a hotel in Huntsville. Huntsville is about 6 to 7 hours north of where I live, and it's a very close proximity to Algonquin Park. Episode 2 of my 10-day series just came out today. I left right after I published it at about 11 in the morning. It's 8 o'clock at night now. The sun's going down outside. I'm getting ready for my next adventure. I was home for 8 days and I left again to come and do this. This is peak black fly season. Excuse me. Ooh, went out for supper and a few beers and a Dairy Queen ice cream, treating myself, you know. Home for 8 days and out again. Itching to get out. The last trip was stay put, you know, build a shelter, all that stuff. I've been craving like a beat my butt into the ground, portage, move trip. Tomorrow morning I wake up 5 in the morning, I'm going to drive to the park, get ready for 7, get my park permit, plan my route with the person there because I still haven't planned it out at all. I want to do about 30 kilometers, get into a brook trout, lake trout lake. I don't know why I did this. Brook trout / lake trout lake. And, you know, just paddle all day, get into that lake at night, fish that night. If I don't get anything, fish the morning and paddle out the next day in a loop, small loop, or linear. What I have my mind on is going in Canoe Lake, getting up to Sunbeam Lake. There's brook and lake trout in there, and there's a way back. That's a little less than I wanted to do, about 25 kilometers in the one day. But my pack weighs 15 pounds. Does not weigh much at all. Like I said, it is peak black fly season. I want to show you all the gear I have for this trip. It's not much, very minimalistic for my shelter, and I want to just give you a rundown on what I'm doing. What is that noise? What is that noise? This is my Fall Raven Free Loop 55 backpack. It's a 55 liter backpack. I like to use it when I can. Let's just go through it in the order that I grab things out. I got baby wipes in the top. I've got a GoPro tripod, pliers, which I'm not going to bring for fish because I bought something else at Mech today, and a spot. I got a spot beacon finally, personally, so that's good. I might not, hopefully we'll never need it, but it's good to have. That's like a got a panic button, like a come get me SOS kind of thing on it. It's got an I'm okay button, all that fun stuff on it. Getting into the meat of the pack. It's supposed to rain, not tomorrow, the day I go in. There's a 20% chance of tomorrow being rain, but the day I paddle out, it's supposed to rain all day. So I wanted to get my stuff as waterproof as possible while still using this type of backpack, not a waterproof backpack. I'm going to use my AquaQuest bags that I got for my last trip to make sure that all my stuff stays dry. So I'll show you what's in everything after, but this is my 5 liter AquaQuest bag with just a little bit of spare clothes in it. Most of it is that rhino skin bug protection stuff because, again, black flies. So right after that, the only thing that's not in a dry bag, I think that and my new Adventure Sworn Scout model, we'll go all through that later on. This is a full true convex big ol' knife. In all reality, I could have brought this, or I could have brought this. This is a Gransfors Brooks outdoor axe. And you guys have seen me use both of these things before. This weighs a half the amount this does. And I guarantee I can do the same amount of work with it. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is a collaboration between Adventure Sworn and myself. The Scout model. Like I said, we'll go into detail with that, but that is a bad, bad knife. Full convex, boys and girls. I know you. I like it a lot. Anyways, I only brought this to show the comparison. I'm not bringing this on the trip. I'm not bringing a saw on the trip. I'm only bringing this knife. And I will do all of my firewood duties, my camp chores, all the stuff that I would need a blade for. So other than that, I believe everything is in my dry bag inside my backpack, with the exception of a sit pad. This is a Phantom X sit pad. And that's it. My map is on the outside in the outside pocket. My fishing tackle is in the outside pocket. So this is all my gear. Right here. This is food. This is everything. This weighs about, I don't know, a little bit less than 15 pounds because everything with it together was weighing 15. So this is a 30-liter dry bag from AquaQuest again. And I want to show you my sleep system. I'm not going to show you exactly what it is right now, but I want to show you how big it is. So my sleep system altogether is, my shelter altogether is this. Pegs included. Okay, that's pretty small, right? That, but then if you add my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag, this is my whole shelter, warmth, sleep at night system right here. You can almost put that in a cargo pocket with the exception of the sleeping bag. And I don't even need that warm of a sleeping bag. It's just the smallest one I have. This is like a -2. It is a -2 Phantom Spark from Mountain Hardware. It's gonna get to 17 degrees tomorrow night Celsius. That's pretty warm. It's gonna feel like 35 tomorrow Celsius again. Very warm, very, very warm. But that's my sleep system. So I'll be interested to show you guys, or I'm excited to show you guys exactly what it is. Hope you're interested in that. That is very small, very minimalistic. That's everything. That's everything for sleeping. This is my food. I've got one dehydrated spaghetti meal. I've got jerky. I've got lunch meat. I've got wraps. I've got Gorp. I've got 7 or 8 granola bars. That's probably it. But yeah, not much. Not much. I've got my Bush Buddy and my titanium pot. Finally back into the season for that. So that's what I'll be using. It's a twig stove and a titanium cooking pot. Again, I have fishing stuff. So if I can grab a brook trout or a lake trout before it gets too dark at night, then I'll eat that for supper. I'm planning on going hard until nighttime. I do have a pillow. Forgot to add this in my sleeping kit, but I don't need this. I can take this away, but I'm bringing it 100%. It packs down to very, very, very small. This is a boat repair kit. It's got JB Weld, some gloves, and some duct tape in it. Well, Mr. Kyle made that for me years ago. I've never had to use it, and I'm very happy about that. But it's always a good thing to bring it. I've got my pack boat outside on top of my car. I'll finally be able to use that. Last trip I wasn't able to use my own boat, but I'll be using that this time. My Possibles pouch with flashlight, bug spray, sunscreen, compass, things like that in there. Got a medical kit. These are both Fox Light pouches. You can check those guys out on Instagram. This is my medical kit. Piece of paracord to hang my food up. I don't have my Ursack. I'm just hanging it in this. I've got a hat, outdoor research lightweight hat that I like to use when I'm camping, canoeing. New to me, a GPS system. I paid big bucks for this one. It has all the backcountry routes and like everything on it. So if I ever get turned around in the backcountry without just my map and my compass, I can use this. This is going to open up a lot of opportunity for Crownland camping and Crownland canoe routes and things like that for me. I'll be a lot more confident with something like this. Again, not to rely on this, but have this as a backup, and yeah, I just feel more confident with this and my spot system. Those are two new things for me. So this is a Garmin Montana. It's a big boy. We'll be bringing all that. Some mounts for my GoPros. More mounts for my GoPros. My water filter. This is a bee-free, Katadyn bee-free, Katahdin bee-free. This is why my backpack weighs 15 pounds. I don't have to carry water weight. I just use this on the go. Super handy. For this trip, I'm not bringing my DSLR. I'm just bringing two different GoPros. I'm bringing my GoPro 5 and my Session. So it'll be a little bit different. It's not going to be the norm or anything, but this is supposed to be like a high-speed, low-drag, like endurance kind of overnighter. So that's what it'll be. That's my GoPros in there with the extra battery bank. Got a fire steel, boxers, all my clothes. So I'm going to be wearing this loose-fitting, lightweight button-up, all light colors because the black flies are super attracted to black colors. I've got similar pants. I've got deodorant for when I come out so I don't offend people too much in the gas station. I've got a belt, got my IBS pills. Oh, I got a buff to put around my neck, dip in the water, put it around my neck, stop at Mech on the way here. So that'll keep me cool and keep the sun off my neck and the bugs. And last but not least, I bought a Leatherman Squirt PS4. So it's really tiny. It's got pliers on it and a little knife and stuff like that. I can keep that inside my life jacket, my PFD at all times. Remove hooks with it. I'm sure it'll be coming handy just to use around. I think that's it. I got a pair of sunglasses, just odds and ends, but I think that's the majority of it. Alright, well now I gotta clean up. I'm gonna pack my bag, get all organized. But tomorrow shall be fun. Like I said, I'm just gonna bust through the whole day. Paddle, portage, pick a route in the morning. Get to camp hopefully around 5, 6 and set up what little I have to set up. Wait till you see what I have. But yeah, set up and go out and fish. Hopefully grab myself a laker. I'd be really happy with the lake trout, even a brook trout. I've got spoons, I've got floating wraps, I've got diving wraps, I've got leaders, that's about it, to be honest with you. So depending on where I go, I have no idea. That's the fun part of it. I have a map of Algonquin, the west part of it. Algonquin Park is huge. I called and I was like, should I even like book a site right now or what? And they're like, nobody's in the park right now. So this is midweek, this is almost June, and peak black flies. So I'm gonna have a lot of the park to myself. I want to pick wherever I want to go as soon as I get there. It's gonna be an adventure. I still don't know what's going on, and that's part of it for me. The backcountry. Oh, permit. Here I am at Canoe Lake. This is a very touristy spot, a very touristy part of the Highway 60 corridor in Algonquin, but there's nobody here. I was just talking to the girl in there. Literally no one here. So I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna get to Potter's Lake tonight. That's 27 kilometers. It's 7:30, so I gotta get a move on. Got some big portages, a couple kilometer portages in the middle of there. But look at the sky. It'll be a great day. I'm excited to push myself. I'm excited to get to camp. Try my luck at some fishies. Nice light bag. Okay, as you can hear behind me, there's civilization. I need to get out of here. It's 7:45 now. Time to get on the, not the road, time to get on the water. Oh yeah, boy. That crow is going to town behind me. You good? You good here? Alrighty. Let's get out of here. Oh, my boat. Feels good. This is gonna be a long paddling day. Long paddling portage day. All right, one more quick thing until I turn off the camera for a little bit. It's 7:55 now. I can still see everything right behind me. I haven't started, like haven't got off the lake or anything like that. So we're calling this trip, we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, even though we started about 10 minutes before that. We'll say 8 in the morning. We'll see how long it takes me to make the 27 kilometers today. Now, if I see some spots that I think are decent for fishing, I'm gonna stop and troll, mess around a bit, stop for lunch, all that stuff. But this is a high speed, low drag endurance overnight. So we're gonna just see, we're gonna keep track. We're gonna keep track of the weight. The backpack was 15 pounds. The canoe's 26 pounds. Start at 8 in the morning, go for 27 kilometers. It's going to be 35 degrees Celsius today, or at least feel that way with the humidity. With a 20% chance of rain. Then tomorrow, full-blown rain, but only 15 kilometers to get out. So, not so bad. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'll be able to get up and do some fishing as well. It's pretty funny, I'm paddling up to one of the most popular portages in the park. I've done this portage a number of times, and every time I come, it's been in the summer and it's been packed. Like, I'm talking a 3-lane highway, 401 of Algonquin, and there's nobody here. There's literally no one. This is May the 30th. So, just goes to show you, you do not have to get to the far reaches of Algonquin Park to be alone. You just have to come on crappy times. And this isn't even a crappy time. It's gonna be buggy. Oh, it's gonna be buggy. But it's a beauty day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna paddle all day long. I'm not gonna have to worry about the bugs until I get to camp. And even then, it's just one night. And you can bring a bug shelter. You can do all sorts of things to mitigate the amount of bug bites. Okay, here's the juncture. Here's the juncture. Which way do I go? Joe Lake or Potter Creek? You know I gotta go to Joe Lake. Last time I was on Joe Lake, there's Joe Lake, Little Joe Lake, and Lost Joe Lake. And Mike and I got lost on Lost Joe. So I'm gonna go up into Joe through Joslo, Little Joe, first day, and then come back through Potter's Creek. A loon just went down right there. Yeah, come back through Potter's Creek tomorrow. It's hot. It's getting very hot already. I'm gonna be at my first portage soon. I'm gonna put my sunscreen on then. Bugs haven't been too bad on the water, but I'm on the water. Oh yeah, nice and easy portage to begin with. This is a flat gravel road basically. Drive a car down it. You know what? I gotta go back and get my other GoPro. I love doing that. That's not extra work at all. See what I do for video? Speed 45.
sun are getting quite bad. My big old nose tends to get burnt because it's big. It sticks out on the tops of my ears. There's just a history of skin cancer in my family, so I really have to be careful. Which I'm getting better at. When I was younger, I didn't care. You know what I mean? You don't care at all. But I've had a few real bad burns, and probably just getting old, getting a little bit wiser. I'm gonna stop and put this on every couple hours. This sun shirt or this bug shirt will help me big time. It goes up on my neck, and I have that buff to protect my neck too. So it's mainly just my face. I have a good feeling I'll be swimming before this day's over, on purpose too.
Just looking at the map, I am in Joe Lake, but I'm not going to Little Joe or Lost Joe. I'm going right through Joe to Teepee Lake. So Little Joe, Lost Joe will be off to my right. Teepee's dead straight ahead. This is a nice lake. It should be, you know, it's aptly named. Nice and small, rugged good looks. Some danky birds hanging out on the shore. Dependable. Like the pike. Be like pike. Not that great, but always there. Well, I know I'm hydrating well because I have to pee super bad, and this is the third time. So I see a nice green grassy campsite right in front of me, about a couple 100 meters in front of me, or yards. I'm gonna go over there, stop for a minute, have a pee, get out a little snacky poo. I'm starting to bonk, starting to burn out a touch. I've been going pretty quick. So I'll take you up here on this campsite with me. We'll chill out for a minute before we get back in the boat and continue on. It's best to get my water away from the shore, away from the campsites. Deeper water, the better. So I'm using my Be-Free, my Katadyn Be-Free. Super easy to fill up. And the lid has the filter in it. And that's ready to drink. But I'm gonna bring it onto the land with me so I can have a little snack and food and water at the same time. Peace. So that happened. I'm up wet up to my knees almost. Only on one foot. Only on one foot. My good canoe entry and exit wasn't as good as I thought. Well, this isn't a bad campsite. People were nice enough to leave some actual decent wood there. There's a flat, very, very flat spot over here to put a tent and kind of get away from the sun, because the sun is coming from that away. But look at this. Bathroom's back there. This ain't bad. This is on the Little Ox Tongue River. Took me less than 2 hours to get here. Only one portage. Fire pit's real nice too. Lots of seats. Big old grassy knoll to play catch or badminton or anything, frisbee. I like this. I like this whole cloud action. So one thing that this place probably doesn't have is a lot of firewood. Just because I assume it's been used a lot. But who knows? There's a big old forest behind me. Can't have gotten all of the firewood out of there. A little bench, or a little chair here made out of an old stump. This is not a bad spot, guys. Not at all. Now, if I'm being honest, bugs aren't bad either. What is up with that? Now, there is a campsite right across. I can see the orange marker telling me there is one. So if you're trying to get solitude or secluded, maybe this isn't the best campsite, but who knows? Maybe nobody will be here, like right now. Big old swallowtail, yellow swallowtail butterfly right here. So anyways, as I was saying, there's a yellow swallowtail butterfly. I just looked at the map and I know exactly where I am, and I'm glad I changed my route, because I would be already almost where I need to be for the night if I didn't change it. So again, I'm glad I did. Let's check out on the map, show you exactly where I've been, where I'm going, where I'm going to camp, where I am right now, and what my other route might have been. Just give me a minute, I'm going to eat this jerky. This is nothing compared to Buddy Nick's jerky that he sent me for my other trip. I got spoiled, you know? Spoiled on the jerky. This is Highway 60, the highway that runs through the southern west, no, I guess just the southern part of the park. Took that up, got to Canoe Lake. Got my permit at Canoe Lake. I paddled through Canoe, portaged here, through Joe, through Teepee. Now I'm on this site on the Oxtongue River, right here, on the Little Oxtongue River. There are snow fleas or chiggers or ticks. Snow fleas, they're jumping. There's snow fleas everywhere. Anyways, I'm on this site on the Little Oxtongue River. My original route would have taken me up Little Oxtongue into Little Doe, up into Tom Thompson, through these small 3 little portages into Sunbeam. And that would have been my night for the night. That's trout, brook trout and lake trout. Instead, I'm going still from the Oxtongue River, Little Oxtongue, up into Little Doe, into Tom Thompson. And then I either have a 1475 meter portage going this way, and then up into Brule. Sorry, Potters. I'm camping at Potters. Forgot, I was originally going to camp at Brule. So I either have from Tom Thompson this portage right into Potters and stay there, or I can go up, hit this 2,390 meter portage into Ink, into McIntosh, then portage 655, 1,175 to get into Brule. And that's my destination for tonight. Going this way, or up and around, that's 27 clicks. I did not figure this part out. If I just went left and then up into Potters, it'll be much easier actually if I do that. But the whole point is I want to spend time out here. I want to take my time and put in some distance and stuff. So we'll see how I'm feeling once I get there. I do have 2 options, both lead me to the same spot. And if I'm looking at Potters, there's only 2 campsites on Potters Lake, and it's not really that easy to get to. I guess if you do the Tom Thompson portage over, it's not too bad, but there was nobody camped on Potters when I checked.
There is, looks like brook trout, lake trout, and bass on Potters. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how she goes, but yeah, we'll make the decision once we get to that portage. This is a really nice paddle in here. This is the Little Ox Tongue River. I'm surrounded by trees. I'm in the shade. The waterway is pretty tight, pretty narrow, pretty shallow. It's starting to look pretty wild too along the shore, which is really nice. Yeah, man. This is a really nice paddle. This is my favorite part of the trip so far. I know it's just starting, but very cool. I'm at my first beaver dam crossing, up and over this and into Tom Thompson. We're getting into the lake here proper, Tom Thompson. I need to decide what I'm going to do. I don't want to get out onto the lake and paddle the wrong way or anything, because the two different directions I can go are different ways. So I'm going to paddle to the first campsite I see, hop out, make a lunch, and yeah, decide what I'm going to do. I am getting a bit tired, but again, I just need some food, I think, and I can keep going. It's only 11 o'clock. I don't want to cut this day short. I think I'm going to be doing the long route, but I want to get my bearings, set up on an island for a minute, or on a campsite for a minute, and figure it all out. Screw it. I'm here to paddle. I'm here to portage. There's no wimping out. There's no taking the easy route. It's too early. I'm too fresh. I drove so far to get here. There's no way I'm wimping out on this one, so I'm not even going to stop at a campsite on Tom Thompson here. I'm just going to go right to the portage, or at least to a campsite next to the portage, whip up my lunch, wolf her down, and get on that over 2-kilometer portage. That leads me into a bunch of small lakes, that leads me into a bunch of more portages. That loops me back around to the island, or to the camp, to the lake rather, that I could have just cut across. And it will feel better tonight. It will feel good tonight once I've done all that. It's a type 2 fun. It's not an instant gratification type fun. It's more of a type 2 fun. I'm got a poop-eating grin on myself right now. It's how it is. I welcome the work. Get off of my food, Mr. Ant. I'll eat you up. Okay, for lunch, we got a flatbread with some gluten-free Genoa salami, and I stopped and grabbed mustard packets on the way up. Ballin' with that mustard. No one wanna leave because I got lots of mustard. Who gets that reference? Probably not too many people. Probably not too many people. Okay, bam. Mustardy. Don't worry, I'm gonna clean all this up. Not leaving it here. No cheese. I'm trying to do the lactose-free kind of thing. I still have a little bit of chocolate in my gorp and stuff, but sans cheese this time. Cheers. My big portage into the next lake, and just right behind me, I actually forget what lake I'm even portaging into. Portage. I'm going into Ink Lake. 2,390 meters, sign 2,320. I passed through a small little lake called Dry Lake. Probably doesn't have any water in it anymore. Into Ink Lake. Once I'm into Ink Lake, there is a creek.
that runs into McIntosh. And from McIntosh, I turn left into Barkley and Straight Shore and Rosswood, into Brule, down into Potters. This is a perfect day. There's a breeze, so there's absolutely no bugs at all. Like, when I called, they're like, nobody's in the park. It's peak black fly season. So I came prepared. This is like the third trip I prepared for black flies and not gotten them. Hallelujah! Alright, this is a really decent site. Nice and open. Pretty good access to water. Yeah, flat, grassy. Good spot to have a lunch too. The wind is kicking up considerably, going in my favor still, which is great. I want to get back in the boat, make my short way to that portage. It's going to be literally 2 minutes away. Blown right back under the rocks. Yep. Alrighty, here we go. Get off the rocks, Joe. Get off the rocks, bud. You can't paddle on the rocks, bud. I think my next trip has to be with people. All right, just started the big long one. There's a bunch of people here. Hey, good, how are you guys?
Hey.
Hi. I don't care about getting muddy. I do care about losing my shoe, like my fall trip with Doug. I'm talking to this thing, talking to you guys, and people are coming down the portage trail like, what's this dude doing? Hey there. Hey boys, how you doing?
Good.
That's it? He says he got about 20 more minutes. On a good day. On a good day. Oh, it's always funny what people say to each other on the portage. Half the people want to encourage the other people. Half the people want to not discourage them, but give them like a, oh, it's another three hours uphill the whole way. I take both with a grain of salt, you know. Just what other people are doing isn't the same as what I'm doing. I could take longer. I could go quicker. I could take breaks. I could keep talking to my camera, huffing and puffing, and I see more canoes headed down the trail towards me right now. Just what I was talking about. That group of people said, oh, you got a long trek, bud. The guy right before that was saying 20 minutes. 20 minutes ain't a long trek. Oh, look at this. They made me a little boardwalk. Just for me, I'm sure. Well, that's handy. It's quite long. And it covers, oh, there's a little stream that goes by. But it covers a lot of marsh, which is super helpful. You don't see this in more remote parts of the park or more remote parks. You'd be wading through this or trying to get your feet unstuck as you try to wade through this. Probably about a quarter of the way down the trail so far. Haven't stopped, but I really got to pee, so I imagine I'm going to. Oh great, complete uphill. That's what I wanted. Oh, that makes a big difference going up like that. Big difference. Okay. Doing good. The thing about having that BeFree water system is I can fill it up and bring it in the pocket of my backpack, but normally I empty it before I get to a portage by drinking it. That way I don't have any water weight to carry. But maybe on this 2.5 kilometer portage, I should have brought some water. Derp, 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 derp. Maybe Dry Lake will have some in the middle. It's been over half an hour since that guy told me 20 minutes. And I had already started on my portage for about 5 or 10 minutes before that. Say 5 before that. I'm getting tired. I did put everything down once so I could pee. Oh, this is sketchy. Walking on a log. Walking on a log. Getting eaten by mosquitoes. Okay, anyways. I did put everything down once so I could go pee, but that was quite some time ago. Still single carrying. Keep seeing tiny baby toads, little spring toads. Not spring peepers, they don't have the X on their back, and they're not elusive like the spring peeper. Seen a bunch of those, experiencing a bunch of ups and downs. Haven't seen any more people after that last group. They were all the same group, but just broken up after that last few set of people. I heard their victory yell when they got to the end where I started. But again, that was 15 minutes ago or so. So, I'm really hoping the end is nigh. The end is near. So I'm ready to take a drink of water and sit down in my boat again. It's getting quite warm. And this shirt, even though it's white and light and breezy, is feeling very constricting and sweaty right now. My shoelace has come untied. I just need the end to be here. I just need the end. Where's that blue? Show me the blue. You're my boy, Blue. I'm not second guessing my choice to come the long way and do the many more kilometers of portaging to get to the same spot. I'm not regretting my choice to do that. I'm happy that I'm doing it. Oh, here's a big hill. Oh, I think the lake's right on the other side. Oh, I see sky anyways. There's a big old sandy incline. Sandy. Oh yeah, that's the lake for sure, bud. Oh, there's my Blue. There's my boy Blue. Wonder if there's anybody here listening to me talk. Oh man. This is legit. Okay. So I was just under 2.5 kilometers. I'll put the conversion on the screen, I'm sure. Oh yeah, bud. This lake looks so very inviting. Oh, stairs. I need a minute here. Oh, I gotta put my canoe down on the land because I gotta sit for a second. Oh. It's all sandy here, so I just want to be careful. I don't want to put a bunch of sand in my water filter. I think Mike and myself have been here. I think we've seen a few German people, kids. They were on a camp, and one was here, and they were using like these old wax and wax canvas canoes with like oak food boxes and just super hardcore like heavy stuff. I believe this is a spot. Mike and I are sitting there, and the kid came down all thirsty, had no water left, and Mike gave him his water. I think this is the spot, going into Ink Lake. So it's 12:38. I did that in probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes. A 2.5 kilometer portage, or 2.3, whatever. Feeling good, for real, feeling good. I'm really starting to understand what I like in a trip, and I like different things for different reasons, but I'm having a really good time on this one. Only a few hours in, really. Started at about, what, 8? Almost 5 hours. Okay. I'm going to sit here, collect myself, and start paddling. 2,320 meters, Ink Lake from Tom Thompson. Well, bam! Look at those boots. What's up with those boots? Did I say that already, Mr. Canoe Head? Alright, this is what I'm talking about. This is coming out of Ink Lake, going towards McIntosh, I believe. And look at this. This is just like a nice, narrow little boggy, sprucey. This is looking like the Boreal even. Oh man, I love it. Old tamarack on the side. Alright, I made an executive decision. I've been making good time, and this place looked real fishy. So I threw on my Williams wobbler, cast it a couple times, got a bite, watched a fish follow it to the boat. Looked like a small trout, small brookie. Could have very well been a fall fish or a chub, whatever. But I want to put on this little Mepps Aglia, number 3, I believe. Probably my favorite lure ever, other than the old Len Thompson. I'm going to see if I can get any luck with it. It seemed as though the Williams was too big for that fish. I have high hopes. I have high hopes. And I'm not even in a hole, or like a pocket or a bend or anything, so let's hope this works. I might switch it out for my floating wrap. There's a little guy chasing it, a little bluegill chasing it, I think. Okay, I don't think these are trout. Man, these mosquitoes are nuts. I'm gonna have to put on bug spray for sure. I see the blue of the lake. It's always a good sign. It's a nice looking lake. Baby toads. And this is last year's baby toad. So that wind's kicking up pretty good. I gotta go that way. If you look on here, you can see I've come through McIntosh, done the 655 there, and I'm at the end of this red portage here. And I have this is called Straight Shore Lake, just boom, straight shot across. That's the 1,015 meter portage. Then just a little paddle, another little one, and then in a brule. This is the lake I also considered sleeping on, or camping on. But I'm gonna do the push down the next 725 meter portage into Potters. And Potters has 1-2 campsites tops. This one might not even be considered in Potters, but I think it is. So I'm not far. You know what I mean? I'm here. No, I'm here, and I gotta go here. And today I've already gone to there. So what's another little? Are these mosquitoes being able to bite through the rhino skin? I feel that one. I definitely feel that one through. Son of a gun. I have two options for a campsite, obviously, at Potters, and I'm going to pick the one with the windiest point to get rid of the bugs. All right, I'm losing energy, guys. It's getting to be that time of the day, so I'm gonna get around the water, drink a bunch of water, and get to my next portage. It's a little windy. Just going against the wind, you know. End of the day, last bit of paddling. Why not? First cast. First cast. Very happy about this. First cast. I can't eat it though. There's a little bass. I got to the end here of my 700 meter walk on an old road and threw it in at the little rapids. Got a decent bass. Can't keep him, throwing him back. Gonna try for some more trout. We're gonna try for a trout. As soon as he hit, I thought 100% it was a trout, but no go. There are brook trout and lake trout in this lake. Supposed to be brook trout and lake trout in this lake. I mean, hard to talk. Come on. I almost got it. Don't make me go get my pliers. Tooting. There we go. There you go. There you go. There he goes. He's all right. Bam, son! Another bass. Little baby bass. Dark. Both of them were pretty dark. Throw them back. Biting my finger. Well, that was kind of cool. He started biting my finger, and then when I said it, he freaking bounced real quick. Okay, at least I got a couple fish. Nothing good for eating because it's not legal, but that's okay. I didn't get skunked. And we have all night. It's only 4:37. I got to paddle around, look at both those campsites, see which one's better, see which one I prefer more.
And yeah, we can fish. This lake has brook trout, lake trout, and bass. So almost done for the day. Almost done moving for the day.
Coming into Potter's Lake. Welcome back, Potter. There we go. Oh, I should fish this right here too. Look at that. I'm gonna fish that for sure. Oh, brook trout, get in my belly. No go on the trout in that exact spot right there, but that's okay. I only cast a few times. I am going to go find a campsite. It is 5 to 5. There's one up on this point, according to my map, right in front of me. And then there's one down a little bit. I bet your butt I'm going to check out both of them. Get myself a super nice campsite, or the nicest of two. It's been a good day, man. It's been a very good day. I'm anxious to eat my supper. I'd be happy to eat a little trouty with it, but that might happen after. Who knows? We're at the first campsite on the lake. Let's go on up and take a look, see if it's suitable. It's different. Oh wow. Wood, I don't know that it's ready to be burned. Maybe it's dead. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. There's a whole lot of trails, which isn't too normal. I'm guessing this one goes to the bathroom. A little privy. Huh, this is different. It's not bad. Fire pit, firewood, grill, kindling, a decent flat spot. Actually, a pretty good view over here too, I believe. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. That actually might be alright for swimming too. I am going to go down and check out the other site just because there's only two and I can see it from here. It's not too far. If it's better, I'll stay there. If it's not as good, I'll come back here. You guys, I got something. I was trolling. It's big, and I got something in the middle. What is it? What are you? Oh, okay. Stop. It's a beauty brook trout. It's a beauty brook trout. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Oh, what a good end to the day. What a good end to the day. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, am I happy I decided to paddle over to the second spot. That's when I caught the trout. Check the size of her out. That ain't too bad. That is a pretty nice speck. That's a decent brook trout. Decent speck. Look at the colors on that thing, man. Compared my hand for size comparison, that's gonna be a good meal. Super happy I paddled over here to this second campsite. That's when I got the brook trout in the middle of the lake on the way over, so very cool. I got it with that little Clio. I'm gonna check this campsite out and see if this one's better than the other one, but regardless, I got trout for dinner. Okay, I didn't bother showing you guys the site. It's not half as good as that one. There's no firewood and no flat spots either, so nothing really going for it. What I did do, clean my trout, got him gutted, and I am going to throw him over top of a fire tonight. I'm probably not going to be able to eat for a couple hours because I need the coals to grow, or at least good flames, get some firewood and all that stuff. So I have a lot of stuff to do. It's 5:40. I got to get back over to that campsite and start setting up. And I'll make my fire first so that I can cook while I'm setting up. That's what I'll do. We are
rearrange this just a touch, not too much. Oh, there's fungus growing all in there. Fungus among fire pits, right? Tell me that this isn't the most beautiful fish you've ever seen. Honestly, that's probably one of the bigger brookies that I've caught. Definitely not the biggest, but far from the smallest. It's a decent sized brook trout. Completely cleaned out. I'm gonna roast them over the fire. Should go pretty good. Take two. Of course, the wind kicks up. There we go. Alright, I've got my trout all splayed open. I'm gonna throw it over top of the fire to cook it. Like I mentioned, it's gonna take a little while. That's alright. I'm gonna get something to prop this up with. That's a bit close. I'm gonna have to mess around with it, but yeah, started off good. Boy! Smoke that trout, boy. More firewood. Like I said in the hotel, I didn't have a saw or an axe. I brought my big old knife. This is the Scout model from Adventure Sworn. This is a brand new model that him and I have worked on together. This is a full convex knife. Full convex. No crappy like flat and then convex at the end. This is full convex, shaving sharp. Look at the cant on the handle. Look at that. It's gonna be a sick knife, available I don't know when, somewhat soon. Stomach is growling like crazy, bro. Anyways, more on this knife later. Give you all sorts of details, get some shots of the DSLR, but so far I'm loving this thing. It's a big old handle, big old blade, very useful. Big old sheath. Brat. Wind's kicking up, but I don't care, 'cause I got a trout. It's getting there too. This is the meat of my backpack right here. It's basically everything. So, to actually show you my shelter now. This is the first part of my kit. This is a half bug net from Ben's Backwoods. Stakes. Piece of cordage. And my rain gear / shelter and Sil Nylon poncho from My Trail. That's my shelter system. It's going to be lightweight. There's something hanging from the tree. That's my shelter system. It's going to be lightweight, compact, easy to set up, but maybe not the most comfortable. Strap, backpack strap, hanging from a tree. Well, I'll take that out of here. I've already strung my line across, and I am setting this up in a lean-to configuration. I got pre-tied toggles on prussiks, making things easy. That fish is almost done. I can smell it over here. Oh, she smells good too. She smells good, bud. Okay, that's about perfect height. I'll pull that back. Get under there, call her good. Let's go check on the food. I think I need to go eat before I finish this. To cook the back of it, I ended up putting it on a grill, on one of the grills that were laying here. Actually got pretty good use out of it, even though I was making fun of it. Oh, buddy, check this out. Yeah, I'd say she's done. It's no pike. It's no pike, but it'll do. Oh, that's trouty. That's super trouty. I'm gonna get some water, sit here and devour this bad boy. A couple people were like, why aren't you eating the whole pike on my last trip? You need to eat the skin, that's where all the fat... Have you eaten pike? Have you eaten pike? The people who are saying this. Pike has mucus, not just slime, but a straight mucus in its skin. I'm not eating pike's skin. It has scales too. Even if I scaled it, I gotta go to the other side to get water. Yeah. Anyways, I'm eating this guy. I'm eating this whole thing. Bet on that. Friggin' trout. He's no pike. He's no pike. Yeah, boy. Get that flesh. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's a good old hunk of meat. I taste so trouty. I love Algonquin Park. I really do. It's not the most remote place, but you can feel remote. It's got a good mixture of trees, world-class brook trout fishing. That's mainly on the rivers, but I caught 3 fish today. That's okay, 2 bass and this guy. Pretty pleased with that. Algonquin is more like home than Woodland Caribou or Crown Land or wherever. It's more like home. There's a good amount of meat on that fish, man. Like a really good amount of meat on it. I picked it clean. I ate most of it. Oh, Felix the cat action. I ate most of it, like literally most of it, and look at what's left. So all those pieces were from the back that weren't actually really cooked for very long. They're almost done. So I threw some more wood on. I picked them off there, and I'm just gonna throw it back on for like a minute, just to singe it, cook it a bit more, warm it back up, and I'm gonna finish eating that, and then I'll go work on my shelter some more. Alright, this is my bug protection. Although right here, knock on ground, bugs aren't even bad. At one of the portages there was black flies and mosquitoes to no end. Most of the day just mosquitoes. Okay, watch how I do this. So, I'm just going to loop it through itself. So it's nice and easy. I take this, I put it around the ridge line. I'm going to bunch this netting up and just slide it through itself. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but I set it up in my backyard once, so I'm a pro. Alright, got that set up. Now I need the pegs, and I peg out 4 corners on here. Well, just like I said that, just as I said that, the mosquitoes roll up. I take it back. I didn't say anything about the bugs. Nothing at all. Okay, you can see the gist of this, right? See where it's going? I lay in here, my face and the top of my body. Small little death trap. Like this. Then I have my sleeping bag hanging out. I cinch this as tight as I can around my sleeping bag, and I sleep like this. Just bug net around my face and sleeping bag to protect the rest of my body. The horrible thing is, it's not even remotely cold enough to use my sleeping bag. It's so hot right now. So we'll see how that goes, but I do need to cinch this down and keep it pretty tight so that the mosquitoes don't all congregate in there. But it's lightweight, hot-ish. Oh, my shelter looks pretty sweet in the sun. I'll stay dry. We'll see. This isn't meant to be comfortable. You know, I mean, this isn't meant to be like I'm setting up a permanent camp, or I'm staying here for more than one night, or I'm only laying down when I need to go to bed type thing. I'll let you guys know how it works out. I'm sure it'll be fine. I gotta keep eating that. I'm gonna keep eating that trout and get some firewood, get all this settled, squared away. And tonight, it's only 7 o'clock, but tonight I'm gonna go out fishing again. I'm not gonna keep anything. Just for fun, I wanna see if I can get a lake trout. Oh, a trillium! A trillium! I was telling you guys about them earlier. Look how pretty they are. Very pretty flower. Only has a little purple on it. Normally they're white, sometimes they're pink or purple. I believe it has to do with the year that they are. If they're 1 year, they're one. If they're 2 years, they're another. I got a big old smoldery log sitting on the fire here. Keep the smoke going, keep the ashes going, embers going. There's a good sunset up behind me. It's still about half an hour before it's down past the trees, but I'm going to go out on the water, experience the nighttime on the water. Probably stay out there till 10. It's 8 now, just after 8, 5 after 8. I'll stay out there as long as I can, or as long as I want to. That's what I'll do. Stay out there as long as I want to. The spring peepers are starting. I don't know if you can hear it over the wind. They are over this away in the marsh. Excuse me. That trout did not leave me for wanting anything. I thought, like, okay, I'll eat this trout and then later on my spaghetti or whatever. There was so much meat on that trout, so much more than on the pike. Very good tasting, very good flesh. I feel there was a lot of fat in it. I feel energized and full. I think I might be becoming a little bit better of a canoe tripper than I've been in the previous years. I have a lot more confidence doing solo trips now. Catching fish. I'm really enjoying the solo stuff too. Like, I film better when I'm by myself. I know that it's been a thing. I can pay attention to filming a lot more. I don't want to say I have a better experience when I'm by myself, because I've had really fun trips
with people, with Kyle, with Doug, with Sean. All really fun trips with all three of those guys. But it is different. There's no getting around that. Well, that's pretty nice looking. Sounding good too. Tasted like trout. Do you guys hear that? I think it's a wood thrush or a green heron or a woodcock. It's a bird anyway. Heard it in Killarney for the first time. Talked to Sean about it and he knew exactly what I was talking about. Told me the bird, but I can't remember what it is. Green heron maybe. Woodcock maybe. There we go again. Check this out. This is kind of cool. This birch is growing out of the stump of an old tree, old dead, probably spruce or pine. You see that? This is actually pretty common. The roots just go all the way down. The roots from the birch, I mean. Nice and alive, coming out of something dead. So, started at 8, roughly 8, ended at 5, roughly 5. So that's 9 hours, right? Yep, just had to make sure. 9 hours. That's a decent day for 27 clicks with a few, probably around 4 or 5 kilometers of portage. Maybe 4. So not so bad. Pretty happy with that. And really, this is my first canoe trip of the year. Like, I did one little one to my shelter before I went for the 10-day. And then when I was on that 10-day, like really I only paddled in the morning and at night, or when I was trying to find a spot. It wasn't a canoe trip. I don't call it a canoe trip. This is my setup. Oh, you can't see anything. I got my backpack here next to my little get up to lean against because the ground's sloping. And I got my pole, my paddle, stuck into the hood part of the poncho and then braced with a rock to give myself a little bit more room. Well, she's a tight fit, boys and girls. Let me tell you. I'm in here. I think it'll be okay. I just had to kill about 100 mosquitoes that got in here with me. Tried doing this with my light off and to not attract them, and it was kind of hard. So, yeah, this is me for tonight. I'm pretty warm in my sleeping bag. Really warm, and there's a root in my back, but I'm sure I'll sleep fine. Alright guys, wish me luck, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Can you hear the mosquitoes? That's about the only thing I can hear. That and whoom, whoom. Anyways, yeah, this thing works a bit. Like when the sleeping bag is stopping the thing from having holes, it works, but I move around and that doesn't happen very often. And then now with this light in here, that's not good. Anyways, thing is, there's mosquitoes in here. I've been hearing mosquitoes all night. I got about 4 hours tops of sleep. I feel okay. It's like, well, last time I looked it was 4:30. It's probably 5 in the morning now. I'm gonna get up, pack up, eat some bars, and get out of here. Put some distance down. I got the backs of my ears and everything got just annihilated last night with mosquitoes. That's the only thing I can hear, and I don't want to hear it anymore. So I'm getting up and getting out of here. Well, it wouldn't be a canoe trip without having a gonna stream for some of it. There we go, just enough to get my feet wet. Perfect. Oh, no. Gotta go over the log too. Tight. Boy, she's tight. If I'm quiet, I can see a moose. Okay, I'm back in the car. Not a minute too soon. It rained a bunch. I got changed and everything. I've been here for an hour, taking care of myself and getting some food and all that. But I'm just at the Portage store here. Yeah, it rained and now it's starting to rain again. So good timing. Very good trip. Took me about 3.5 hours to get out. Now it's 9:48, but like I said, I've been hanging out here for a while. I gotta make the long haul back home now. So that was a really good trip. Had a lot of fun. I did 27 clicks yesterday, 13.5 today, total of about 40 kilometers. Exactly what I wanted to do. Everything went off without a hitch. The very end could have been a bit easier paddle, but now that it's done, it doesn't matter at all. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be back with another adventure soon. Take care.